Okay, welcome back everybody to another MTGO League. Very excited for this one. We are running Crashing Footfalls once again, but in 5 colours. So this list is one that I saw player goes by the name of ArchaeusDota on Twitter and on Modo. Took this to the to win the recent Axion Now Mega Modern. It's a standard Rhinos deck. You know, you've got all the usual suspects: Shardless Agents, your Violent Outbursts, your Crashing Footfalls, your Fire Ices, your Furies. But then also running 4 of the new copies of Leyline Binding, which has been really good for me when I've been playing Creativity. You know, often it's just 1 mana exile a thing. At instant speed. You also get to play a couple of copies of Ardent Plea, just an extra cascader, really good, just makes you a bit more consistent. And we've got one of Murktide Regent just as a secondary threat. Notably, this list is not running any of the other secondary threats, so won't see any there's no Bone Crusher Giants, there's no Brazen Borrowers. This is just straight up, I'm making some Rhinos, I'm interacting a little bit, and I'm going to kill you with the 4/4s. And then sideboard, again, is mostly standard. You know, you expect to see these cards here. Blood Moon is an interesting include in the 4-color deck, but you know, definitely in for it. Obviously, all the endurance is Force of Vigors. We've got 2 copies of Unmoored Egos, so this is why I can claim it to be 5-color Rhinos. We've got a black card in the sideboard, can be cast off of 1 Indatha Triome in the main, and Raffine's Tower, actually that's Esper, so yeah, so you can cast that off those. But yeah, really excited. Haven't played Rhinos in a little bit actually, but yeah, hope everyone's doing well today. Please do subscribe to the channel if you want to see. Might play this depending on how it goes today. Probably try out some more Rhinos at some point soon, but also playing quite a lot of mostly Creativity at the moment, and some Pioneer as well. Some other things on the list to try out, so yeah, please do subscribe. But for now, let's get into round number 1. Right, we see an okay hand against Kaheera, so it might be control. It's difficult, this one. If we draw another land, we're really good. If we don't, it's a real problem. I think I'm actually going to mulligan this one. I think this is better. We can get rid of a force and then just try and jam Rhinos on 3. Just lead off on the Triome in case we draw Fire Ice. Functioning essentially as a basic forest in this hand. Keep this, and we'll get rid of 1 force. Don't often see Indatha Triome in lists these days. I guess the Triomes will probably pick up some steam with Leyline Binding. People try new combinations. Okay, so let's just go Indatha pass. Kaheera, yeah, so it's either Elementals or Control. Wouldn't mind finding Violent Outburst, so that we can go Violent Outburst in my opponent's turn 3 and then force. Okay, just a Ralgan Triome, so yeah, lending more credit to the fact that this is probably control. Okay, Wooded Foothills, not really what we want to see, but question is, do we jam Rhinos on 3? Probably not into 2 open mana. It's just too likely that the opponent has counterspell, unless we draw another Cascader. Okay, opponent playing draw go. I think we can just. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to be a bit careful about what lands we can fetch. Yeah, because we can't actually fetch a Triome here, so I should have played the Scalding Tarn. We definitely want blue, and probably think I'm just going to get Breeding Pool here, although we haven't got red. So yeah, let's get Steam Vents. Don't think we're just jamming here, although we could do. Turns out we draw. Okay, that's that's obviously really, really good. So we can go Violent Outburst in my opponent's upkeep. We could do it. We could do it now. But I think if yeah. No, I think I want to play around Spell Pierce actually. So we've got all of our colours. We'll just go and get, what do we want more of? More blue, probably just another Breeding Pool. Yeah. Violent Outburst. If the opponent goes to Fairy, we'll force it. Put Crashing Footfalls on the stack. If the opponent goes Counterspell, we'll force. It may be the case that we don't want to cast this Shardless Agent next turn in case the opponent has Supreme Verdict. It's probably going to be the case. Opponent could have like double Leyline Binding, I guess. Well, they've got a Prismatic Ending. So now we probably do jam Shardless Agent. No, I think I'm happy just attacking with our one Rhino here. Then we'll ice a land. We'll probably ice a land up post at the end of turn. Okay, well, we'll just force that. So force that, and then we could have let them resolve it and then attacked it down somewhat, but get Temple Garden here. Well, no, they minus, and then we just fire it. But so here, if we draw another Cascader, okay, Deggon's a bit of a dead draw. I think we're just keeping attacking with the Rhino. Hold up. Yeah, because I don't want to go Shardless Agent and then just get Force of just get Supreme Verdicted. And for that reason, we're not going to do anything crazy here. Well, I'm not seeing a Celestial Colonnade in a while. Okay, to Fairy, so we'll force that one as well, or try to. Could just be that they don't have Supreme Verdict. Maybe we should have gone for it, but I think holding up our effects there has been good. Leyline Binding's interesting. So we'll attack for 4. So we either go Ice a Land, hold up Binding, or Shardless Agent, make some more Rhinos. They are at 7. I think I just want to ice here. I just don't want to lose Supreme Verdict. Let's ice. We'll ice the Triome. opponent's got 3 cards in hand. I guess they could gain control of the Rhino. Okay, Shardless Agent, so I guess a little bit punished for not just jamming Shardless Agent. Looks like they've got another ending. Okay, might be in trouble now. I think I've played, it might be that I've played too much around Supreme Verdict. Okay, we will play the Shardless Agent because just the 2/2 with the opponent at 7 life isn't bad. Cast Crashing Footfalls. I'm expecting this to get counterspelled or Archmage's Charmed. Okay, sadly we'll never know how this one would have turned out. The opponents they lost connection. I don't know if they just joined in time or whatever, but the opponents timed out unfortunately. So yeah, we'll take our 1-0 win and go on to the next one. Right, on the play again here. So this is, I think we're gonna fetch Shock. If we go and get, yeah, I think it's fine because we can go and get Stomping Ground, then play this and have this up, and then play this, and then we'll have, yep, the colours we need. We haven't got white there, but I think that's fine. I think I want to suspend Rhinos on turn 1. You know, some matchups that's just pretty good. Yeah, I'm having to think a little bit about the the lands in this one. Opponent's mulling to 5. Notably, there's been a lot of hammer time on the online at the moment. So opponent's on a 5. Let's go Tarn. Stomping Ground. Suspender Rhinos. See what the opponent does. Wooded Foothills. Okay. Another Tarn. Okay, so we've got nothing to play, so I might as well just play the Triome here, I think. Yep. Xander's Lounge. Okay, so it could be Jund. Nope. Oh, I think this is going to be the Grixis deck. What's it called? It might be Creativity. It could be Reanimator or a mixture of both. Another Footfall is not really what we want to see. I think we'll just go Tarn and then go get a Steam Vents to cast this Outburst. Yeah. We'll cast it in my opponent's. I want to keep hold of this Otawara really. It's a bit worrying if they go Archon. Yeah, they put an Archon into the graveyard. But we can go Outburst and then return it to their hand next turn if they go Persist. So it is Persist. That's pretty good. So we'll discard a Footfalls. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have Spell Pierce. Don't know if they run Spell Pierce or not. They either don't or they don't have it. Okay. So we could attack here and then shock it. But I think what we want to do is go... We could attack and then hold up Prismari Command. Trouble is we lose one of our Rhinos. No, I think we're just going to return it to hand because next time we've got lethal with the burn from this. Want to hold up. Okay, well they've got a Spell Pierce there. Okay, so that probably loses us the game. Yeah, I don't think we can beat that. Yeah, we can't. So they're going to attack in for 8. Yeah, I think we're just going to concede here. Okay, so get got by Archon there. So this list seems really cool. I might add this. I haven't actually played the kind of more reanimator version. I'm assuming it's creativity. So it's Grixis, isn't it? Okay, so we want the Unmoored Egos, I think. We probably want Blood Moons. We probably want... What don't we want, I guess? Fury's not very good. Force of Negation's fine. Prismari Command's not great. Fire Ice is fine. Oh, the Dead Gone. Well, they might be on... I think we'll bring in Endurance instead. What do we think about that? I guess Blood Moon and Unmoored Ego is a bit awkward. Maybe that's fine. Let's go with that. Do we want the disputes? Instead of what though? Leyline Binding. I mean, Leyline Binding kills an Archon, but are we really in the business of trying to stop Archon that way? I think we'll keep it in. It's good in case they play. Some of this play things like Jace, so I guess it's not the worst thing to have. I guess we could consider. I'd consider disputes. Fury's not amazing. Force of Vigor, they sometimes, it could get clue tokens from Prismari Command or Fable of the Mirror Breaker or what have you. But I think this is fine. Yeah, I mean it's double Cascader and a Force, so probably want to keep this one. We'll lead off on the Triome and then we might fetch basics. We can get basic Forest. Although we haven't got... Oh, we do have Swamp. So, okay, so Plain Swamp Forest. And then Island Mountain Steam Vents gives us all the colours. So, I think... Yeah, it depends what we draw. Opponent does run Thoughtseize as well. I must try this deck out. Yeah. Okay, so there is the Blood Moon. So I think we're just going to go Foothills. No, we'll go Misty Pass. I guess the problem with Blood Moon is we can't actually Ardent Plea after we've Blood Mooned. So I think we're actually going to go... I think we'll just untap here, shock in the Steam Vents. Shock this in. then we'll go get Island. And we're going to play Ardent Plea because Shardless Agent is castable through a Blood Moon. I wouldn't be surprised to see them have Spell Pierce. I guess Drown in the Lock also works, but we're kind of incentivizing them to... Maybe they don't have any basics, and they would have countered a Blood Moon anyway. See what they do here. Is it Charm? Okay, wasn't expecting Is it Charm, but that works. Got another Cascader, and we've got a Force. They may run a basic Swamp. Depends if they're creativity or not. I can't imagine it's not creativity, actually. I think we're going to try and jam Blood Moon next. Okay, opponent shocks in. Could be Prismari Command. Okay, Ice. Does that change anything? I think it does. I think we'll just go for Ice here. We'll Ice the Triome in upkeep. I wonder if I meant to force that. No, I think that's fine. Then if they go for creativity... Okay, they put an Archon into the graveyard. Do we Ice here, or do we just hold up Hardcast Force? I think I'm just going to hold up Force. And we'll tap a land end of turn. So they could try and creativity the token. Okay, so they are, yeah, there's creativity. So they make the dwarf. So now we're just going to use... I wonder if we should just use fire here to kill this, deal our opponent 1. We want our opponent to go for creativity, really. Okay, so them targeting this means they don't have Spell Pierce and they don't have... they don't have Spell Pierce and they don't have... what's it called? Mystical Dispute. Okay, so let's just go and grab a Forest, I think. Actually, might as well grab the Triome, because then this can grab Forest. I guess the trouble is if my opponent has another creativity, they can cast it through a Blood Moon. We could go binding this. Actually, binding. I kind of just want to jam our Shardless Agent now. Yeah. Okay, so we'll jam Shardless Agent and then we'll hold up binding. Get Forest, Shardless Agent. We do want to hold up mountain, so yeah, that. Okay, so make some Rhinos and a Shardless Agent. I don't think I'm going to do anything. It's like tap a land or anything. If they go for creativity again, we can binding the whatever they target. If they make another dwarf and target it, then that's fine as well. What are they going for? Okay, so they're going for the dwarf. So I think we'll just go fire this and this. So this might mean they've got. Might mean they found Spell Pierce. Might be that they found. They can't have Dispute. Okay, so they do have Spell Pierce. Okay, so annoyingly, we're going to have to discard one of our things, but I think it's going to have to be. Sacrifice this. I think we'll get rid of Blood Moon. Just didn't have time to deploy it, is the problem. Okay, Force is really nice. So let's just go this. Yeah, just planes. One mana kill spell is what we like. Well, we got lethal in 2 turns, but the opponent does have 3 cards in hand. We've got a Force of Negation. Getting Dwarven Mine, I suppose, is quite scary. So they need creativity plus some sort of backup. Got rid of 2 Archons, so they could go for creativity on 2 and hold up Spell Pierce is the best they can probably have. Well, that's the nuts they can have. I mean, Indulgence is fine. We'll let that go. Persist. Okay, so yeah, force that. Should be going to a game 3 here. Yeah. Okay, so game 3. So we didn't have time to jam the Blood Moon there, but that doesn't mean I don't think that means it's bad. I think we still keep it in because I doubt the opponent runs many basics that aren't mountains. I think, yeah, Dispute might actually be pretty good. Okay, so Dispute could be good. They are creativity, so Fury still doesn't get that great because it's not instant speed. Prismari Command though, I should have thought about that really. Maybe we take out the Blood Moons, but that doesn't seem right. The opponent has seen them now. Maybe we do that for that. Yeah, I can see that. Prismari Command good because it can kill. It can kill a dwarf and a clue. Not clue. Treasure. Okay, I think this hand is okay. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's got an endurance in to try and stop the persist plan. It's got a cascader in. It's got a removal spell for Archon. So we're going to want to go and get Unmoored Ego. Does that change anything? So if we go and get Breeding Pool, it's going to get Breeding Pool and then tap land. Yeah, Breeding Pool and then, oh, we need to be careful. This needs to get the Esper Triome. So go and get Breeding Pool. Yeah. And then suspend. Okay, so yeah, we've got an answer to the persist plan. Opponent did mull to 5. Thoughtseize maybe? Okay, so they've got a Thoughtseize. Don't know what they take here. What they take here might be able to inform us what they've got in their hand. If they take Endurance, it means they probably do have something like Persist. Not playing Brennan 6 this version, foregoing that secondary plan to get Archon out earlier and more consistently. Okay, so they take Unmoored Ego, so I think we can kind of deduce that they're not on the they haven't got the kind of persist-tated Indulgence hand. They possibly drew list land for turn as well. Okay, another one of those. So yeah, I mean, do we do that? I don't think so. Do we do Crashing Footfalls, suspend, or do we just keep it as a card to pitch to Endurance? I think we'll go for it. No point. Because then if the game goes that long, which it may do. Trouble is, I guess the opponent knows exactly what we've got. They're unlikely to be able to put an Archon into the graveyard. Well, yeah, they can't put an Archon into the graveyard this turn. I guess they could if they Thoughtseize themselves. Only 3 cards in hand though. We'll go and get Esper Triome here, I think. Although then we don't have double forest, which is awkward. Maybe we shouldn't have got that one. Well, it's very awkward now. So you could do with drawing something. I guess the opponent could creativity here, although we can just binding the token. I think we go for the outburst end of turn here. Yeah, I think so. Oh, what's gone wrong there? This. Violent Outburst. They've missed a land drop notably, but kind of want to overwhelm their counterspells, and it just resolves, so that's something. So yeah, we got more Rhinos coming up in a couple of turns. This is actually lethal in 2 as well. Misty Rainforest is quite a good draw. Don't mind drawing that one. Because then we can actually go Endurance and Binding, Plains, Island, Swamp, Forest. We haven't got a mountain, but this can go and get Stomping Ground, and then we can Binding and Endurance all in one go. And that gets there. Okay, opponent mulling to 5 was obviously not good for them, but good for us. We advanced to 2-0. Yeah, see you for round 3. Right, on the play again here. Going to mulligan this hand. Only 1 land. This one's not great either. Is double ice on the play fine? I think we'll keep double ice on the play. Get rid of, I think it's one of these Leyline Bindings. Need to find another land and a Cascader. Maybe we should have mulligan, but I don't really want to go to 5. Don't know. Yeah, Maybe should have gone to 5. Just lead on basic forest. So if we draw a land, we can, if we just keep drawing lands, we can keep Otawara as a spell. Right, just a Wooded Foothills from our opponent. I think we've drawn another land, but I think we're just going to go try and ice a land here. Wooded Foothills, Railgun Triumph. So this could be oh, Shardless Agent. Oh, punished for, I guess, yeah, we are a bit punished for playing the Triome there. I think we'll just do the same thing again. So Railgun Triome, Breeding Pool. So it could be, can I ice another land here? So yeah, it could be creativity. Ooh, Cavern of Souls, Elemental. Okay, so it's what's it called? Glimpse combo. So I don't mind finding a force. Let's go here, and then so a Shardless Agent. Make some Rhinos. And then I think we just, yeah, I don't think the game's going to go long enough that I think it's better to just hold up Leyline. Oh, we might not be able to hold up Leyline Binding here. Plain Swamp Forest. We don't actually have Island. Okay, so that was a mistake. Got so used to thinking that Leyline Binding is 1 mana. They got, okay, so Risen Reef. So yeah, really quite punished for not keeping this islet open. Okay, Fury is okay. Yeah, so pretty big mistake there because they get to draw another card from Risen Reef. If they haven't got more elementals. Cavern of Souls. Okay, so I think we'll just attack here. Actually, we should be... How much does this cost? This costs 3, so we can do both. So we'll kill this. That was a mistake in timing, really. Shouldn't have given the opponent the choice whether to block or not. I wonder if we're meant to binding a clue. Probably not. They're going to get so many permanents from Glimpse. Okay, Shardless Agent. Fetching. Down to 9. Could be endurance here, I suppose. Okay, just floating mana, that's fair. Okay, so that does happen. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's definitely pretty good. This is another one on my list of things to try. So, okay, I guess we just let the stack clear. We can Leyline Binding the Fury, although what are these? Exit the number of creatures. Okay, so we don't want that to resolve before we Leyline Binding, I guess. Yeah, let's get rid of the Fury. It was a pretty good hit, but they did have a lot of permanents there. Don't think we really have a good catch-up card here. Oh yeah, okay. So Yeah, if they get a good glimpse off, we pretty much die. So we need to... Got Force of Negation. I guess we've got... I haven't got too much in the sideboard for this. Because it doesn't rely on the graveyard, so Endurance is no good. Oh, I guess Unmoored Ego is pretty good. We'll get Unmoored Ego. I wonder if we want Blood Moon, maybe. These aren't great. Furies... Fury could be good. I just get the impression that we just need to stop it resolving. Binding as well is not great. I guess Binding's probably better than Fury. Prismari Command's probably fine. Force is great. Do we want the Blood Moons over like Furies? Is Dead Gone better? Actually, Dead Gone's probably better than Fury. I don't think we're going to be, if they make a load of stuff like that, I don't think we're going to be able to get, don't think we're going to be able to win anyway. So I think these are better to just kill the Risen Reefs and stuff. And that's probably fine. Murktide's probably a little slow. I think we'll just go with that. See how we do. Okay, keen to keep this hand. We've got turn 3 Cascader. And we've got some disruption as well, which is nice. So yeah, we're just going to get a couple of. We're going to get a Triome, one that makes white. Probably the Esper one because it makes white and blue. Ooh, can't get the Esper one with this. I could get this one. What does that make? Plain Swamp and Forest. So if we get Plain Swamp Forest, then we could get Steam Vents with the other one. That's fine. Well, we've got Fiery Islet as well. We could also... Okay. Are we going to tap down a thing, or are we just going to kill the... I think we're just going to kill the plant. If they play a blue land, we might tap it down, but they're not really playing too much on turn. Okay, so we quite like them to make another... Maybe we should have tapped it. Yeah, because then they couldn't have done that. Yeah, that was probably a mistake, actually. Okay. Plain Swamp Forest. So yeah, we'll just go and get Steam Vents here. I think we will just kill the plant. But yeah, definitely should have... wouldn't mind drawing Violent Outburst so we get the choice of Dispute or that. So if the opponent goes for it, they'll get 5 things. I think we have to make Rhinos here. We can return something to hand if we need to. I think this is hopefully fine. Okay, so another garden's good for us. Because it means that they didn't have a, we can now hold up Mystical Dispute. And we can hold up Dead Gone as well. So I'll play out the Fiery Islet here. Okay, pass the turn. Wonder if opponent will sack a clue. They do, so that implies they may not have a Cascader. The Cascade spells are the same as our deck, I believe. So the worrying thing is if they have a Cascade spell and Mystical Dispute, but they're having to tap that, which is good for us. So they cast that, so we'll just go counter. I suppose they could have Veil of Summer. No, they can't have Veil of Summer because they're a Cascade deck. Okay, so we do just win the game now, which is nice. Kill this, and then we've got enough trample damage. Okay, well, we're 1 for 1 with the Cascade. I guess a bit risky. It's a bit not risky. It's a bit more dubious being on the draw. I don't think we want Fury. It can only interact with the plant. We could bring in Force of Vigor, but I don't think that's great. Why have we? We've got Binding, but I don't think that's great either. I think we'll just go with this and hope for the best. Okay, I think this is okay. We can kill a turn 1 creature, and we can ice a land on turn 3. I'm going to need some help. I guess we probably actually suspend a Rhinos on 1. Okay, so they get a token. Okay, so that's good because we can potentially fire that, or both of those. So we'll start, now we'll go Breeding Pool, suspend Rhinos, I think. Okay, Force is also a nice draw. Yep. I guess we're going to need another land as well. I wonder if we're meant to ice instead. If we don't draw a land, I think we have to ice. 7 cards in the opponent's hand. Would really like a land. Because then being able to ice to kill both of these is really strong. I think we're going to have to ice now. Which is, it's not great. Or do we just fire and hope to draw a land? Maybe that's better. I think we're just going to wait, actually. I think we're just going to fire. It might be that... Oh, opponent hasn't got a land. Do you want to take 1 less damage from this? Probably. Given that we're going to have to shock here anyway. Fire. Okay, so they don't hit their 3rd land drop. Will we hit our 3rd land drop? No. Okay, so unfortunate, but happening on both sides. We hit another Force, which is not bad. Okay, so now the opponent hits their 3rd land drop. I wonder if we're meant to let one of these resolve. I don't think so. If we only had 1 Force, I'd probably let the first one resolve. Okay, it's Risen Reef. So I'm just going to kill that now. Okay, so they hit another land. So we really need a land now. We do get Rhinos next turn. Okay, ice isn't actually too bad here. So we'll go ice a land. Okay, really need to find a land. Opponent's got 7 cards, we've got 6. Oh, I suppose we make Rhinos now anyway. So given that we're making Rhinos anyway, it might not be that it might be that we just don't bother casting these unless the opponent goes for a counter. If they go Mystical Dispute here, we'll probably dispute back. Yeah. You know, we're not guaranteed to draw a land, so we do draw the land. We could play out. Actually, I quite like playing out Murktide Regent here. And then we can. Okay, apparently that's an 8/8 as well. Okay, Murktide Regent. I've always quite liked Murktide Regent in this deck, and we can hold up double force. So, and we've got, well, that puts lethal onto the field next turn. We got double force up. Opponent needs something big here. They Supreme Verdict. I mean, they could Supreme Verdict if they go Land Verdict. That's a land. Make sure we pitch Ardent Plea to a force first. See what they've got. They shocked in, so they've got 6 cards in hand as well. Hardcast Fury is good, but probably not good enough. I guess, yeah. Don't know, we'll see what they do. Pretty sure we're forcing anything here. We can't force that, so it is Hardcast Fury. So, oh, dealing 4 damage to the Murktide. Oh, so they must have a evoked Fury now. Yes, they're going to kill the Murktide, which is, yeah, fair. Okay. So we'll see what we draw. Like another blue card is ideal. Land. So we'll attack, get through 4, 5, puts the opponent to 8. And we can only hold up 1 force. Is 1 force good enough? Well, let's attack first. We're definitely attacking with all. I wonder if the opponent just takes this. No. Okay, so they do lose their Fury here. They go to 8. I think we want to put down a Shardless Agent. I think we'll just go. No, this probably needs to. We probably want to go and fetch some sort of planes with that. I think, yeah, putting lethal onto the field is better here, given that we've got 1 copy of Force of Negation. Like if it goes land, does it twice, then fine. Okay, there's a Shardless Agent. Floating some mana. Glimpse. So we'll force. I think we're just going to exile the Ardent Plea here. Opponent hasn't floated blue, and we do get there. Okay, so yeah, really close games, very close. But our kind of interaction winning the day in the end. I think this deck's really cool, really like it. Definitely one I'm interested in having a look at. But yeah, good to get the win there. So we're 3-0. See you for the next round. Right, I think we can keep this hand. It's got a turn 1 kill spell if we need for something like a Ragavan, or if not, we'll probably suspend some Rhinos. Doesn't have a Cascader, but I can hopefully draw into one. If the opponent doesn't do anything here, Grief exiling Croxer. Okay, so this is Rakdos Scam. Played that a few times on the channel. Very, very good deck. Okay, so they're taking the things that would allow us to kill the Grief. So yeah, opponent. Okay, so I think we're definitely going to. Okay, are we going to fetch and shock? There's nothing that. I don't think there's any artifacts that we need to kill, so I think we're just going to go Boseiju, Suspender Footfalls, and then we'll start tapping down the Grief, drawing cards, and hopefully, yeah, just we're trying to take as little damage as possible. They also do run main deck Blood Moon. I guess that would have been a target for Boseiju, but it's probably worth fetching Basic Island here. Okay, Dashing Ragavan. It's pretty good. I hit a Misty. Okay, so we will need to fetch shock if we want to fire, which we will if the opponent goes Ragavan. If not, we'll just tap the Grief at the beginning of combat. Could just tap the Ragavan if we want to draw a card. Depends how likely we think Blood Moon is as well, I guess. Four cards in the opponent's hand. Okay, so they're not playing the Ragavan, so I'm just going to tap the Grief. Just take as little damage as possible. Okay, just draw another land, which isn't great. Unless they Grief us again, I suppose. So play the Ragavan. We got a lot of turns before the Rhinos come in. And drawing more and more lands is not what we want to be doing. I think we just want to play the forest here, and then we'll cycle a land at the end of my opponent's turn. It's not looking good though. I don't think we've drawn any. I don't think we've drawn any spells actually. Maybe we drew one fire. No, the opponent thought seized us essentially twice, and then we used the ice to tap the Grief. So, well, that would have been a nice one to pick up. Now the opponent gets to cast a Shardless Agent. They're going to cast a Thoughtseize, so they're going to see absolutely nothing. Yeah, we really wanted to draw that. So, Plain Swamp Forest. I guess we'll just cycle that one. Actually, we probably should have cycled the other one. Okay, Fiery Islet. Okay, so we're going to have to hit a red card off this Fiery Islet, essentially. Nope. Okay, that was brutal. That's often how it goes. I've been having a real struggle beating this red-black deck. been playing, as I said, a lot of creativity and just really been struggling. But yeah, there we go. So not sure what we've got in the side. Blood Moon we obviously don't want. Endurance can be good. We'll get rid of Prismari Command. I don't think Force is that good. I think we'll just get rid of Force. Don't really want to be 2-for-1ing ourselves. Yeah, I think get rid of all the Forces, and then we can just bring in 4 copies of Endurance. And maybe leave the Prismari Command in. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I'm happy with this hand. It's got 3 ways to interact with a turn 1 Grief, which is nice. And a Cascader as well. I suppose if they go Grief and then if they go Grief and then do it again, then we won't get to kill it actually. Okay, that is a Ragavan. I was gonna say yeah, because they would go Grief, they'd take this. Actually, no, they just take 2 Leyline Bindings, and yeah, so we wouldn't have actually been able to kill the Grief. So, okay, we'll just get Stomping Ground here, and then kill this. Maybe it would have been better to wait. Okay, so we've got that. So we want to get, if we get Esper is blue, white, red, so that works. Oh, sorry, blue, white, black. So that's every color then. If we were to go and get, are we running a Sacred Foundry? No, we're running a Temple Garden, but that's not enough. Not enough types. So we're just going to get the Triome here, and then we can. We're going to need white mana next turn. Okay, so the opponent does have a Grief again. To assume they've got the okay, so they take the Ardent Plea, which makes sense. Okay, the Grief just dies, which is handy. Ooh, Ragavan. Okay, I think I'm gonna fetch now. Yeah, so let's just go and get the Raffine's Tower, because you don't want them to exile it with Ragavan. Okay, Crashing Footfalls will take, so these now cost 1 mana, so Crashing Footfalls, play Wooded Foothills, so now we can double binding if we need to. Opponent shocking in. Spyro. Okay. I think I'm going to Leyline Binding right now. In case they might be running Village Rites. They probably aren't, but we don't want it. We don't want that to be a thing. 3 cards in the opponent's hand. Okay, so I think we just, do we fetch and shock here? Yeah. Another binding. Well, that's a good draw. So green, red. Okay, so we can just play the Vents tapped and then pass the turn. Yeah, we'll go for it here. Cast the Footfalls. Okay, just an island. Attack with everything. Leave the island in hand in case we draw something like Prismari Command. Don't know what the opponent has in hand. Could be Thoughtseize type effects. Or E on 0 is rough. Okay. I think we will suspend that one. I think, how long is it until the Rhinos come down? Oh, it's this turn. Okay, that's all right. Okay, Shardless Agent. We've gone through to... Oh, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have played that land in case they've Crocsaurus. I'm not going to play the Shardless Agent in case they have another Engineered Explosives. Yep, which they do. So, I mean, we get punished by like Thoughtseize. So really don't want to draw our last Crashing Footfalls here. Another Shardless Agent, I think, is actually dead. I think we only have... Yeah, this is our last Crashing Footfalls. Do they have a third Engineered Explosives is the question. I guess we can Endurance... Ooh, that's going to be really rough if they've got a Undying. They don't. Okay, Violent Outburst would allow us to hit in for a little bit more damage. So we're hitting him for 6, so it would make it 8. I think we'll just play out the Shardless Agent. No Crashing Footfalls left. Guess it just means we've got lethal through like a Fatal Push or 1 Fury. Okay, so we get there game 2. Don't think there's anything we want to change. Right, I think I can keep this hand. Yeah, it's got a Cascader, it's got a Fire Ice. Yeah, this is fine. It's got a way to kill a turn 1 Ragavan. Opponent's kept 7. Are we going to see the turn 1 Grief? Yeah. Well, they're getting rid of a Feign Death, so they definitely got it. Our hand's okay. But we're, you know, it's very likely that we just lose to this Grief. See what we draw. Okay, Temple Garden's not great. I guess we could look to try and find... I think, yeah, we're going to play the Misty and pass. Because if they play a Ragavan, we're going to want to be able to kill it. Yeah. We'll probably go and get... It's probably Steam Vents anyway, because then Raffine's Tower gives us all the colours. Not quite actually, but we do have a forest here, so... Okay, Dalthy Voidwalker. So I guess we'll fetch now. What are we going to get? Let's get Steam Vents, or should we just get Stomping Ground? We got enough forest, let's get Steam Vents. Kill it. At some point we're going to be able to return this grief to hand, potentially with Dead gone. If we draw Fury, we'll Fury it down. Okay, another land, so let's just play Raffine's Tower past the turn. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Okay, they play Blackleaf Cliff, so I guess they could play Spyro here. Engineered Explosives, sure. Okay, well, just going to return grief to their hand. Not much more we can do. So they're probably going to cast it again here and see that we have just drawn lands. But at least we can potentially kill it with a Dead Gone, that'd be if we draw one now. That is not what we want to see. We'll do it anyway because I think we have to play a Temple Garden. So we need to draw Leyline Binding, Fury. Leyline Binding, Fury. I guess we probably should have actually fetched there. Okay, that's a Leyline Binding, so that's good. Let's go Foothills pass. Opponent does run bolts. Get rid of the grief. So we'll fetch a red source here in case we draw Fury. 2 cards in the opponent's hand. This doesn't Plain Swamp Forest, no, so we just need to go and get Stomping Ground, I think. Plus keeping a Triome in isn't too bad. There's a Shardless Agent. How many goes have we got on our... There's 2 goes on that. I think we are going to cast it now. Get an attack in. And the Shardless Agent potentially saves us from a dashed Ragavan as well. I think we'll keep the land in hand. Might make the opponent thought seize us. Opponent might have Fury, I suppose. I think it was worth playing them there rather than waiting. Another Binding's nice. Will the opponent... no, given we've drawn the Binding, I think we attack with everything. Okay, opponent goes to 8. So if the opponent doesn't do anything, we probably Binding the EE. So we get to keep our Rhinos. Well, Season Pyro is a good one. Discards. Okay, yeah. Land, Undying Malice. So I think we go for Binding here. I think we go Binding the Explosives, yeah, because then we get... So they'll crack it. Which is fair enough. Yeah. But then we get more Rhinos in our turn. Well, that's a big Murktide as well. I don't actually want to attack with this Shardless Agent because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll make it an 8/8. Yeah, because if we attack with Shardless Agent, my opponent blocks with Pyromancer and then has Feign Death, then they get to draw 2 more cards. They could have Terminate here. Oh, that kills us. Oh, that's so rough. Yeah. Oh, I just needed anything, but I guess double Bolt or Bolt would do. Oh, that's really rough. Maybe we weren't meant to play the Murktide. But then the opponent still has Croxer. Yeah, okay. Oh, close. Good game. But yeah, rough. That I think that was their. It was probably. They do run Terminates, but they probably sideboarded them out. So that or double Bolt were probably their only outs. I think, because otherwise the Murktide's big enough to just kill them next turn. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, well, a close game. Let's see if we can close out the 4-1. Right, round number 5. We're on the draw. This is a fine hand. Suspend Rhinos on 1, then we can fire. Then we can ice a land on turn 2. Opponent's mulligan to 5. See what they're on. It's Tron. Okay. Not seen Tron in a hot minute. Okay, so let's just go Temple Garden, suspend some Rhinos. Haven't played against Tron in quite a long time. See if they've got could be Stirrings here. See what they reveal. Got mine. Okay, that's an Ugin. Hopefully they haven't got. Okay, so no land is nice. It's another Stirrings. Okay, because that will potentially give us the wiggle room to to get under them here with a Shardless Agent and these Fire Ices. Okay, so do this. Yeah. Ice this. Actually, I'm gonna ice the forest, I think. So that if the opponent wants to play, okay, they do have Tron. Okay, there's a Ballista. That's fine. So do we have to tap a land now? But they didn't reveal it. They can't. I don't know. I feel like they don't have Tron. I feel like we have to go for it here because if we tap a land and they play Tron, it's no better the turn afterwards anyway. So I feel like we just go for it here. Yeah. I mean, we could go for it at instant speed, I guess. No, I think we want to put 10 power on the field rather than 8. If the opponent goes Tron, land, Ugin, yeah, sure. Guess they might be aware of, afraid of Force. Okay, so they've got Scrying, so they will have Tron next turn. I guess they can pump Ballista now. O Stone. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's good actually. Although the opponent would probably just go Oblivion Stone. So let's attack first. Okay, so we've got some choices here. I guess the problem is, so play a land. So we could just go ice 2 lands. So if we ice, the opponent, they could just crack their Oblivion Stone in response is the problem. If we let them go Ugin, then it's difficult. I think we're going to let them, because they'll probably try and go Ugin here, and then we just Violent Outburst. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine. So they're just going to O Stone. They didn't hit a land drop. Oh, but our Rhinos come down this turn. So yeah, we should have tapped the O Stone there with our ice. That was stupid. I forgot about the ones on suspend. Did forget about that. Okay, Leyline Binding's pretty good. Yeah, we should have tapped the O Stone with Fire Ice. Okay, so play a land, then pass the turn, and we can go. Actually, do we care if they Ugin? They Ugin, they plus, and then we can attack for enough damage. We can attack for 8 and then fire. So I think that's fine as long as they don't find like Ulamog. Okay, that's another O Stone, so we'll just tap that. Oh no, we were just binding that. Because then we can go Outburst and then kill them this turn. I guess they could have Warping Whale? I think we have to go for it though. A Warping Whale gets us anyway. Okay, good. So yeah, we just need to make sure we've got enough red mana, which we do. Get the Triome. So we'll attack first, just in case. Get a 4 and then just fire. Burn them out. Oh, make sure we get that right. Yep, deal them 4 points of fire. So a little bit of everything there. Yeah, they did get stuck on that, but they did get turn 3. Was it turn? No, not turn 3 Tron, but I think they did get turn 4 Tron. Yeah, you just have to kind of tempo them out, which is what we managed to do just about. Okay, so we're going to want all the Blood Moons. We're going to Unmoored Ego is interesting. Force of Vigor might be interesting. Prismari Command's fine. Dead Gone can all come out. Fury can all come out. So maybe something like that. Binding's fine. Murktide is possibly a bit slow. Maybe we want Ego instead. Let's do something like that. I guess they could be on Chalice as well. No, Chalice is quite good against Tron, so they're probably not on Chalice. But yeah, I think just having all the free spells, because you just, given that they have so much mana, you just need the free spells to keep up. Yeah, this hand's really, really good. Good kind of tempo. If they go, okay, no map is pretty good for us. Okay, Leyline Binding is interesting. I think I'm going to keep hold of this Footfalls, given that we've got the Violent Outburst. Just because we need something to pitch to Force of Vigor. Could be wrong. Okay, double power plant. So we need forest here. I think this does. Plain Swamp Forest. Yep, that seems like the one. Although actually none of these are basic land types, which is rather irritating. Let's go. I think we just play the forest. Plain Swamp. Oh no, because we haven't got an islet there. Let's play Fiery Islet. I think we're going to tap a land here. Okay, Breeding Pool is quite a nice pickup. Right, let's go Breeding Pool. I think it's just Shardless Agent here. If the opponent's got Warping Whale, it gives them a chance to counter it with the 2 mana. But I think this is better because then we can go again next turn. Maybe we should be waiting. Looks like the opponent might have conceded though. Modo locking up for a second while it processes that possibility. Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, that seemed to go pretty well. Yeah, really happy with that. Let's have a look at the list. So yeah, it seemed super clean. If we'd have won, it's so close to winning that Rakdos scam match. That was really close. So very nearly closed out the undefeated record. But yeah, really clean. Makes Rhinos, interacts with the the board. The Murktide Regent came in a couple of times. So yeah, really happy with the deck. Don't think there's anything I'd change really. I think I don't really like Dead Gone, but it's just a it's just a fact that you need to be able to kill turn 1 Ragavan. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you again next time. Cheers.